All right. Everybody, welcome to the broadcast. This is yours truly, the Magical Magician. By the way, that's what I go by. I am the Magical Magician. My government name is Cayman, but I go by Magical Magician. Just so you know who you're talking to. All right, so I'm here doing a reading, a random reading for one of my neighbors, and she's agreed to allow me to video record this so that some of y'all can see how I do my readings, because I advertise on here all the time how I do my readings, but now y'all can see closely how I do my readings. So from one entrepreneur to another, I think mostly before I even do the cards, I'm going to hand you the cards, and I'm going to let you put your energy into the cards, and whatever energy that you get back, whenever you're ready, you can hand me the cards. I'll shuffle the cards, and then I'll answer your questions. And if there's any questions that I don't answer before you ask me, then you can ask me after when I'm done. But the whole point is to try to be very psychic and very clairvoyant. So I'm going to ask you, which I already picked up because you turned that down. So you are in tune with your spirit. So make sure I have everything here. Okay. Very creative, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. You have a lot of pieces here. Do you design these pieces yourself? I see these. These are powerful. These brings people to you.
Yes. Yes,
and you're definitely manifesting some negocios.
Thank you very much.
What we say in Spanish, some business.
All about it.
Is that you and your daughter that be here, or?
Yes.
Okay. See, I've been trying to get that light lamp. You have everything that I want. The laptop. Okay, we're getting there. You been to New York?
Oh, I am from New York.
What part of New York are you from?
Brooklyn.
Okay, my dad's from Harlem, 125th Street. So my grandmother actually did this in Harlem. This is the family business that's been passed down for generations. She did it for the mob, though. Okay, so I'm originally from Texas.
Oh, okay.
I'm from H-Town, but I've been out here in Las Vegas for 2 years working on my craft. All right, so shuffle the cards up.
I hear y'all.
Are they critiquing me too as well in this reading? Girl, you don't know what he's talking about. I hope you didn't pay him nothing.
No, actually they're not. They're shopping for a Christmas cooking challenge that we have this year.
Who is we?
And I am hosting it via Google Link so that they'll be able to.
So you're multitasking while you're doing a reading, helping out a brother?
I'm helping you out while helping them out. So hopefully it helps me out.
All right. All right. So the first card that I got from you is the Empress, which you are. The Empress. Okay. Normally the Empress, they say, is somebody who's pregnant. So obviously you're not pregnant.
Oh, no.
So you're definitely protected by a higher spirit. Maybe were you close to your grandmother, I'm hearing? More like definitely there's an older woman. So if you're not pregnant, the Empress, by the way, she has the Empress card. Definitely a older spirit watching over you, somebody who's passed away. Definitely. Okay, so what I do is I advocate for people who pass away. So I don't fuck with the living. Like, I really don't deal with the living as much as possible. I try not to. I advocate for the people who passed away as a spokesperson of the afterlife, because I can see them like nobody else. So has anybody passed away in your life that you were close to that you maybe have been trying to connect with?
Possibly, yes.
Okay. Is it a female figure, somebody with broad shoulders, a little tall? Maybe an aunt, a great aunt, a grandma, somebody of an older spirit, kind of?
My aunt just passed.
She just passed. How long ago has she just passed?
About a couple of months ago.
All right. So I know you've been trying to figure out a lot of things financially. I'm going to clear this up, but this is the Seven of Wands. With the Seven of Wands in the normal tarot deck, you'll see like he's holding the wands like this, I believe, and then there's like 6 other wands standing up in his way. Also, he has a bandage around his head. He's been through some battles. Okay. What is your sign, may I ask?
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Okay. So with this Mercury retrograde, The reason that this retrograde has affected you more differently than other retrogrades or past years is because what we have is a Pluto retrograde that comes once every 8 years. So right now we're in a retrograde after the Mercury retrograde, which is like the winter retrograde, which is the so I think I can't say it's winter celestial. And so up until fall, January, February, things will start getting better for those of Scorpio, Sagittarius, those fire signs of that nature. I don't know if that's making sense, but I know it seems like you're not financially where you were earlier, like maybe before June or July, I'm hearing, like, but it's because of the retrogrades. So you have to prepare and you have to like look in advance to see what the seasons are, because the seasons affects the business as well. Okay? I know people call that witchcraft or voodoo or whatever the case may be, but actually it's this how the world works if you look at it. Those of us that are in a collective pay more attention to the seasonal changes than others. Like I said, the Five of Cups, okay, so there's a lot of disappointment emotionally, okay, and I know people have been like changing with the weather lately, and that's just because it is the weather, and I know that you've been having to adapt, getting along with people normally more than what you have to, like being able to get on your own, because you're a hustler, you know what I mean, like you be up early when I be out, so when we have a different mindset, I call them us mutts, not as mutts as like inbreeds or, you know, different breeds of nature, but as Pharaoh from the mutt of the ancient Egyptian times, they call us mutts. And us mutts are really primordial gods who like to do things alone because we know how to manifest more by ourselves, elevating our own frequency than others. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So with the weather change, I'm going to break it down to you. So with the weather change, normally how we'll be able to work outside and do our thing, we haven't been able to do that, and we're having to share our space because of the weather. Mm-hmm. So what you do is you do find certain things to adjust, icebreakers, or find some way to share your space for the next couple of weeks so that you don't be at ins and outs. I don't know if this is resonating. You can tell me I'm crazy or what.
No, this is good.
Okay. All right, so there's a lot of frustration here because you have the Five of Cups and the Five of Swords. All right, and that's, again, mostly, I believe, it's mostly due to the weather change, because you are outside having your own space. Now you're having to be inside getting along with other planets, because people are planets. And a lot of times they don't understand how your planet rotates, but your planet rotates. You see, and when they need something, they come to ask for you, but they don't let you do your thing to be able to rotate. So you have to protect your spirit. Also, when you're dealing with these, make sure that you have some implements on yourself to protect you. The shield and the stars, 100%. By the way, that comes with, because King Solomon was the wisest man in the Bible. And in Ephesians, it says we fight against the spirits and not against the flesh. And Solomon actually found out what those spirits were. And there's 75 of them, which is printed out in the Art of Goetia, okay, which is the lesser key of Solomon, which Solomon wrote. So when you're dealing with different spirits and you're crafting these different things, remember also that jewelry have spirits on them. They consist of spirits on them. So be careful about how you design your jewelries and what orders you make. Just because you don't want the wrong spirits coming in. So when you craft these things together, always make sure you have on your light. All right? That's what makes you the high priestess. All right, you see, my knowledge is very deep. I know how to get around those stations. I just don't, because that ain't my house. It's respectful of my house, you know what I'm saying? Of the houses. All right, so like I said, there's a lot of worry here, okay? And the reason why I said I don't mean to deliver you bad news, okay? Because I know people be like, oh, shit, I don't want no reading. But, all right, so Nine of Swords, and it's all due to the weather change. It's all due to the retrograde, okay? So it's very important. You have to see what retrograde we're in. And when you find out that information, you can go about doing other things to protect you, to keep the income coming financially, which won't bring so much stress with different transitions of people and different things that they have to do at different times, especially when they're not contributing. So when you are the Queen of Cups energy or the Queen of Pentacles energy, you can't save everybody. You can't. It's okay to set your boundaries and be assertive without being disrespectful or hurting anybody else's feelings. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Without just like putting everything out there. Am I touching it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any specific questions? Because that's all I have from myself.
Actually, no. That was really great. Like,
I hope it resonates.
That was just really great.
All right. So, like I said, surrendering.
Wow.
Okay. So within the next 4 months, you're definitely, and I'm saying 4 months because you have 5s here. You see that? Mm-hmm. 8, which is Roman numeral wise, 8, 7, which is a lot of 5s. Okay, so there's a lot of bickering, a lot of pettiness, okay, and a lot of people not doing things and being considerate of others. And this, even if you're doing what you have to do, so I don't have to go back and do what you have to do, then I can do more for you. But sometimes you have to explain that to people. And just sit them down. You don't have to yell at them or talk to them or, you know, be crazy with them. Just let them know, like, I can only do what you allow me to do. If you don't give me my space and my peace of mind, and maybe not even say it like that, but maybe this is like, the more I can do for myself, the more you do, or this is how you say it, the more you do for yourself, the more I can do for you. That's how you say that. Less is best sometimes, you know, especially when you're correcting somebody or you're bringing wise counsel to somebody, right? Because everybody's not open to wise counsel. Everybody, you know, we always have to proceed with caution, right? So here's the deal. The more you do for yourself, the more I can do for you. Then now think about that. Like, what does that mean? That means stop asking me what you can do for yourself. The little $20 here, a little $10 here. Maybe you can do some, you know what I mean? And that adds up. You know, and especially around different holidays and people are looking like, come on, guys, you know, you break your stuff, you got to take care of it. You know, we work hard for our master wages around here. All right, so I was sent from Spirit because I know you've been trying hard to get some questions, and that's how the collective works. You see what I'm saying? You always have somebody watching over you. I'm just an angel. I just happen to be an imp. But God can use anybody to deliver a message, as you see. Yes. Okay, and I'm here to help both my fallen angels and my archangels, even though I advocate for my fallen. You got me? There's no confusion in the craft, and it's always duly timed. Okay, and this ain't nothing but the Milky Way Lodge. Okay, it's small, very small. It's a big world, but it's very small, y'all, especially when you're part of the collective. All right, so keep meditating and work on your root chakra. That helps a lot with finances and stability, because the root chakra is the stability. Okay, any questions?
I don't have any questions.
Was that helpful? That should carry you for the next 4 months.
that will carry me, and that will carry me for a long time.
Solomon comes in many sizes, shapes, and forms.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.